We are here in Chelsea right now, and Related Properties, a real estate developer, has gotten into some hot water. They have kind of a PR problem right now because they skimmed $1.2 billion in public funds from an impoverished area to help fund Hudson Yards.
Today, we are a new neighborhood. Today, we created a new model.
And the problem is they want to do the same thing here in Chelsea.
NYCHA announcing plans today to tear down two existing complexes in Chelsea.
Residents like Loretta Wilson feel the developments being near upscale neighborhoods like Chelsea and Hudson Yards are why these are being prioritized.
They want to remove a bunch of Section 9 residents to make room for a big new development.
They have a little bit of a PR problem, but we are here to help. We're going to try and sell the new development to the people here in Chelsea, sell them on the idea. I feel like it's going to work.
It's going to work because everybody wants a big new building full of rich people and to displace people whose families have been here for generations and generations. I think that's something we can all agree on.
Yeah, I mean, you and I are agreeing. Well, when you say it like that, it actually sounds really
bad. Ask us about Related Properties. They're really going to change the neighborhood.
It's not even going to look like New York when they're finished. If you could just tell us your favorite neighborhood in New York City and why.
Well, it is Chelsea because I was raised here. You know, I was born on Rikers Island, and then I was adopted out of an orphanage, and so I was raised here. Yeah, and so I have a real big soft spot for Chelsea because that's where I met all my best friends.
What do you like most about the neighborhood?
The diversity.
What's your favorite part of Chelsea?
The Chelsea Piers.
There's a lot of character in these buildings, you know. It's like when you think of New York, I think of these types of buildings.
How would you feel about a big development coming in and displacing a lot of Section 9 residents?
I would absolutely hate it because we are already being priced out.
What if the people who lived in the affordable housing had to leave to make the new development, but they only had to leave for like 10 or 15 years, so it wasn't that big of an inconvenience?
That is a big inconvenience.
Would you be excited about a giant skyscraper coming to the neighborhood that would block the sun?
Of course not. I live in Building 10, which is on 28th and 9th.
Wait, so you wouldn't be excited about people blocking the sun? A new building?
Oh, I thought you said no. I would hate it.
The Chelsea locals seemed like they didn't like the idea of a new development blocking the sun, but maybe we weren't framing it correctly.
Do you think sunlight's overrated?
What are you guys doing? What's going on?
Well, Related Properties has a plan to knock down affordable housing and then erect a giant building. It's going to be those buildings right next to the Chelsea market right over there.
And they're going to knock it down and build a skyscraper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where like the sun will get blocked for like a lot of the neighborhood here, but maybe that's a good thing. Maybe people don't want to relax in the nice sun rays.
You wouldn't even have to wear those sunglasses if you were in the shade right now because the building would be blocking the sun.
No, I prefer the sunlight.
You do prefer the sunlight?
I prefer the sunlight.
Really?
Sunlight is really
I feel like we need to
experiment.
do an experiment and see if that's true, because I think most people would prefer not having sunlight. Hi.
Hi. Is that better? Is that better?
It's good? You prefer,
I like the sun, yeah.
You like the sun?
Yeah.
You prefer the sun?
Yeah.
Oh, but wouldn't you want a tall building blocking the sun here? All right, would you say as a whole, like people don't want the sun blocked by giant ugly buildings?
You
love the sun? So is the sun being blocked a bad thing for you or a good thing?
A bad thing.
It's a bad thing, really?
Really? But the rich people who live in the building, they would get as much sun as they wanted, but everyone else would kind of be in the shade.
I do kind of like the sun.
You do?
Yeah, I think I do, yeah.
I feel like this is bad for Related's image, right? I mean, it's like everything we try and do just makes things worse. Can you move that? I was enjoying the sun. Okay, so it seems like people are not kind of understanding that one. Maybe this will work a little better.
See, that is something everyone can agree on. We're trying to get people excited about Related's new development. In Hudson Yards, they have the Vessel. We were thinking here in Chelsea could have the Eggplant. You know, there's the Vessel in the Hudson Yards. Yeah. Well, we would have the Eggplant here. What do you think?
I
I think it's just as stupid as the vessel is.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
why?
What does that accomplish?
This might change your mind. If this is Chelsea here, right? And this would be the development, so the Section 9 housing would be gone.
This is Fulton.
And then this would go right there.
That's what it would look like. Well, this is one artist's rendering of what it could look like.
Now, a lot of people are saying that it's a little bit phallic, but we don't know what that means.
People didn't like the eggplant.
Pro eggplant or anti-eggplant?
I'm anti-eggplant.
We realized there was only one group of people whose opinion really mattered. The residents who live in the buildings that Related wants to destroy.
That might fall over, careful.
My name is Jacqueline Lara, and I'm a Fulton Houses resident for 22 years.
When Related came up with the plan to tear down that housing here, what was your first response?
Gather residents together and let's start fighting back. And that's what we've been doing since.
And when you've talked to other residents, do they feel the same way as you do?
Yes, of course. But, there's, you get harassed here a lot. When we speak up, you have the leader, the TA leader, or his little goons, trying to harass us or threaten us or insult us.
Related has made it seem like this would be a really positive thing for everyone here. What's your response to that?
I don't trust them. I never did. I never trust their process, their meetings, nothing. I don't think that they're going to do this better for us. And I said that from the beginning. This is for maybe future residents or whoever's coming in. I mean, look, Fulton lives right next to Google, BootyCon. We live next to Chelsea Market. So, of course, this right here would bring them a lot of money.
You think this is more about money than anything else?
Of course, this is about money. I mean, you could get a lot more money out of these buildings. But yeah, I mean, he doesn't give a crap about us. He really doesn't. Because if anybody has any kind of compassion or cares, you wouldn't want to tear down their homes and mess up the whole community.
If you could give a message to Related, what would it be?
Can I curse?
Sure.
No, let me stop.
Sounded like you said fuck you.
Yes, I did. Yes.
So we're going to Hudson Yards later today. Is there a message you want us to give to Related while we're there? Besides fuck you?
Yeah, knock down that vessel and build mixed income, low income housing because we need it.
That's a great idea.
That's a great idea. Jackie gave us a great idea. Replace the vessel with Section 9 housing.
All that's left to do now is break ground. Okay, so this is kind of a big moment. Related, the company who made Hudson Yards, has kind of some PR problems. They siphoned $1.2 billion away from communities who needed it to build Hudson Yards. So in order to make up for that, they're going to replace the vessel, the pineapple, with Section 9 public housing here. And we are breaking ground today.
5, 4, 3, 2,
1.
Yay! So there's going to be affordable housing here. We're going to tear down the vessel, and this is the official groundbreaking right now. Ready to run?
Yep.
All right.
Where's that for?
It's for the groundbreaking. The plan is to replace the vessel with affordable housing.
With affordable housing, yeah.
Is it happening?
I mean, that's the plan.
Yeah.
I don't know. If did y'all communicate with the office?
No. You gotta go?
We gotta go.
We're getting kicked out? Related's kicking us out of here.
Related kicks a lot of people out of a lot of places.
I guess that happens a lot, huh?